Well, the point of this podcast is using AI for developers and developer extensions and tools and things like that. So the first question we have is, how transformative are tools like Copilot and AI Genie for the modern developer's workflow?
Yeah, I've been using Copilot since, early release.
Yeah.
And really, these tools are a lot like the generative AI tools, where at first you get kind of the wow factor of like, oh my God, this is magic. I can do anything with them. I'm never going to have to code again. But the reality is they're great. They're great supplementary tools. It's like a calculator, right? Like think about like long division, doing it on paper. It takes forever, but you still kind of have to understand what's going on there. When you get a calculator, I can punch that in and I can do that math a lot faster, right? So it's the same conversation we've been having about the other set of tools is the people who kind of understand how to leverage the tools are going to get a lot further, a lot faster. Now, I'm having trouble. I use these tools every day. I'm having trouble keeping up with even the tools that are coming out, right? Like, and it's just incredible the velocity at which things are picking up. Like just the other day, I think I installed a continue.dev. VS Code, by the way, is the code editor that I use. A lot of these things are built as extensions into that tool, and then they're kind of sitting alongside your editor. I mean, I'm still blown away at some of the things that you can do, and we can talk about a lot of different specific tools, but in general, it should elevate, just like the generative tools. It should elevate everybody's skill set. The baseline is getting higher.
The main product that's sold in the marketplace is Copilot, which is owned by GitHub, which is owned by Microsoft,
right,
which has partnered with OpenAI.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Right. So is Copilot using?
Well, that's so. Let's just talk about Copilot,
right,
for a second, and then I have some questions. So Copilot is the way that I use it is it's just an installed extension on VS Code, which is the most common text editor development tool. I used to use Sublime.
Yeah.
Right.
And then VS Code came, and I was like, whoa, this is way better, and wow, it's VS Code.
Right.
But is that like how you use it?
Yeah, I mean,
like while you're writing code, basically in the code editor, this is augmenting what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Copilot is I would say the most brain dead use case as far as like using LLMs is just you can literally type a comment that says I want a function that does X, Y, and Z, and then tab or enter, and it will start to suggest what that code should be. I would say most of the time the code needs at least a good amount of editing. But the cool part is it can help you get unstuck, right? Mm. So those moments where you're just like, I find it for like dummy data a lot. Right. Is very cool. I'm trying to mock up data. I don't have an API ready yet. I'll go and I'll stub out my component, and then I'll stub out like an object at the top, and I'll just start hitting tab, and it'll just populate fake data for me, which is cool. It's really cool. But that's just one use case, obviously. But yeah, I mean, the easiest way and the most like intuitive way to use it is just the autocomplete inline in the actual editor.
And it's $10 a month per user, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So the pricing is
they made it very affordable.
So $10 a month. It's not token based.
Yeah.
No.
So you can just do unlimited.
I mean, so you're getting at this. Well, who's the product?
Yeah. Well, because
we know we're the product.
Yeah. Right.
We know we're the product.
Right.
Yeah.
We know we're the product. But this is so for all you developers out there, right, that are writing code, that are building these have the opportunity to use modern. I know that some of you might be on like NetBeans or actually have to use like Xcode or some terrible thing, but now you can use VS Code to write Xcode. Anyways, long story short is like this is a must-have tool. This is a baseline use of AI to be productive as a developer tool, and for us as a company, we tried it at first, and we did not let our junior developers, I hate that word, junior developers use the tool.
Right.
I think there's some detriment potentially there. We also were testing out for a long period of time because you're talking about something that's impacting your code base.
Yeah.
Because you can start typing and it'll suggest something. You press tab, that's in your code base.
Yeah. Right.
So, but I think the thing about Copilot is it's the go-to. It's literally the Gmail right now of code assistants, and you should for $10 a month. You probably want to check that tool out.